Hello, friends, and welcome to 10 Points Under, where we've really got a knack for orcs. This is Big a Bullfrog, and joining me today for the first time, a newcomer to the channel as far as casting goes, and maybe as far as games go. I don't know. I don't know if this will be released before the game that I have recorded of him where you played or not. And don't know that stuff. But anyway, joining me casting for the first time is Vydar. I'm the man. Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, Vydar's fine, or Ryan. Doesn't matter. I'll respond to anything.
All right, sweet. Yeah. And sorry, I said Vydar. I'm the man. It's Vydar is the man.
Yeah, I made the username back in middle school, so I'm stuck with it.
yeah. One of those things. I'm glad I waited. This is a high school username that I use, so it's. I'm a little more happy with it, but I would also change it if I had the power.
At least yours is a noun.
That's true. Yours is a nice sentence, but I'll be honest, sometimes I just call you Vitamin because...
Vitamin! That's new. I like that.
All right, sweet. There we go. So Vitamin is joining me today. Let's see. We were talking a little bit before we jumped in. You're not new to Heroscape, but you have rejoined recently.
Yeah, so I was... let's see. Was really active on the site in the 2008, 2010, those couple of years, maybe even longer. But I was doing a lot of the Battlefields of Valhalla's Marvel version, the Battlefields of Marvel, which was started by a couple of guys out in Reading, Pennsylvania, who I met through the local tournament scene. And so we tried to start a Marvel version of the BOV, which never really took off all that much. But
and then the game sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's all right. Then the game got canceled and real life stuff happened, and so I had to pack the game away. Then college happened, and then quarantine happened. I was packing up all my stuff out of my parents' house, moving it to my new house, found my scape, and here I am.
Yeah. Welcome back. We're happy to have you.
Well, thanks.
I mean, this is my first time really interacting with you, but I'm really excited to see what new insights you bring and your basically your take on the game, because everybody's got a different take on the game. So it's really cool to meet new people and see what their experience is, see how they approach it. So this will be good. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Sweet. So we're today casting a game from the NHSD online tournament event dealio. We've got two great players here, two players who I actually do know in person. We've got Sir Heroscape over here on the left, who needs no introduction, but I'll introduce him a little bit anyway. Sir Heroscape, awesome player, somebody I've met a good amount of times. He's been to a lot of our Utah tournaments. I've been to some of his Idaho tournaments, and also he's got this YouTube channel that you might have heard of. It's called Sir Heroscape. He does this Heroscape thing on his YouTube channel, and it's pretty successful.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, you know. There will be a link in the description below, just in case you are one of the few who have not heard of his channel. Check it out. It's good stuff. It's really, really awesome. But he is running an army over here of Maro drones. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squads of drones, plus Major Q10. So a nice little army. You got the swarmy bits and you got the big metal bit. Over here on the right, BodaciousBlood. He is a Utah local, so another person who I've met a good amount of times, another good friend of mine. He is running an orc army. He's got, let's see, 4 squads. Yeah, 4 squads of Blade Gruts, Grimneck, Tornak, and Kuthnek. Kuthnek being a somewhat new addition to the C3V ranks. So if that's a card that you're not terribly certain about, you will be able to find that in the description below as well. But so I didn't get to play in this tournament. I got to watch a few games as I was recording stuff throughout the day, but I also had a somewhat busy day. But you were able to play in it, right, Vitamin?
Yes. Yeah, this was my first online event, and I think this was the round 1 game on this map, and it was probably my 3rd or 4th online game period.
Nice.
Yeah, a couple of the of the guys showed me the ropes, the week beforehand. Yeah, so I really had a fun time playing, and yeah, it was a good experience all around.
Yeah, it seemed like a really fun time, and I know, like I mentioned earlier, I do have a game of yours, and so I'll be looking forward to seeing how that one goes down. But yeah, it seemed like a really successful event. Like lots of good times all around, I think, and lots of cool armies. There was, so really quick, just about like the structure for this one. This was like a normal tournament in that you bring one army and that's what you play for the day. But there was a banned list of, those general strong figures like Raylan, Major Q9, Death Reavers, that kind of stuff. Nilfheim Heavy Gruts, for example, were banned, and so that's why you see Blade Gruts here instead of Heavy Gruts. So it kind of shook up the meta there and brought about some armies, a lot of like, those slightly lower ranked armies that still have a lot of different uses, different tools going on. So that's something that we'll be able to see going on here. For example, drones in Q10, not something you would take into like an A level tournament, but take out some of those like really strong figures, and all of a sudden they've got a fighting chance against, the Blade Gruts, for example.
Yeah. It definitely allowed for a lot more of the B plus units to get played more. There were, the ban list basically getting rid of Raylan and Rats, and Fourth Mass and 10th Foot weren't in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it really opened the playing field up for I would say the tier 2 bonding melee armies. The Blades having won the event, the finals being a mirror match.
Right.
Romans were in there, I think, once or twice. I brought dwarves. So a lot of, and I lost to, what did I lose to? Trons and Death Chasers. So a lot of the not Trons so much being tier 2. Let's pretend I didn't say that. But so a lot of the tier 2 bonding melee had really good performances. The Microcorp troopers were good.
Mm-hmm.
Stingers, fared as well as stingers usually do. Yeah, it was definitely a different spin on the Bring One tournament.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was cool to see how it shook up the meta. Yeah, just a really cool tournament. And so yeah, with that, we'll go ahead and hop into the game here and see how this goes out. Looks like Sir Heroscape's leading out with Q10. No, I like that. Yeah, I like that.
It looks like Sir Heroscape. So obviously we know who won, but I'm going to pretend I don't. So Heroscape's path to victory is really going through the heroes first, because you can, once the heroes are dead, the blades are kind of wimpy.
Mm-hmm.
Tornak's a big can opener, which probably just wants to be used on Q10, or to buff the other blades. And then BodaciousBlood's path to victory is definitely going through Q10 and then just buffing the blades with Grimnak, Tornak, and Kuthnak. Because Kuthnak's special ability, which was new to me because he's so new, the incantation of boiling blood.
Mm-hmm.
It allows the blades to get like 6 attacks per turn plus chomp, which brings them up to the attacks per turn that the drones have.
Mm-hmm.
And so the edge is really here in BodaciousBlood's favor, I think, based on just armies.
Yeah. I mean, I think I would agree there. Like, drones into Blade Gruts generally, if you're facing Chomp, plus that incantation of Boiling Blood loves figures loves going against figures that like to swarm. So yeah, I would definitely put an edge for Bodacious there. Q10 can be the game changer there, I think. So I think, and that's why I'm like, if Sir Heroscape is going all in on Q10 early on, totally makes sense, because if he can get some good value going on, then that helps him a lot. But again, like you said earlier as well, he's got to watch out for Tornak, because a big hit from Tornak could easily just put put Q10 to bed, and then it's drones into Blade Ruts, and that's not a happy situation.
Yeah. No.
So going for the machine pistol on the Blade Ruts. Okay.
1 into 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got range on this one. You could hit that one, which doesn't have a defense bonus. Small thing, but interesting. I kind of expected him to go wrist rockets on Tornak there, but I don't know that would be necessarily better. So I don't dislike the machine pistol.
I don't know. I think I might have made that move. Because then you're 2 4v4s on a. 4v6. Tornak has more defense. Maybe not. But it only has 3 life, so if Tornak whiffs one, that's that's the biggest piece that Sir Heroscape has to fear.
Yeah, exactly, and so that's why I expected the wrist rockets. Also, partially, I'll be honest, just knowing Sir Heroscape makes me think he would have gone for wrist rockets. But yeah, I mean, I can totally see the Q10's great at taking out the small guys with the machine pistol. That's a great tool in his arsenal. And if he takes out a lot of the small guys, if you kind of flip the strategy that we were talking about earlier, if you turn it into a bunch of drones versus just a few Blade Gruts plus their heroes, then the drones suddenly have the numbers advantage, and that's something that they'd love. They're not afraid of one squad of drones plus the heroes. So,
oof, big whiff.
Yeah. Lucky for Sir Heroscape that Bodacious only got one move, or one skull there.
Yeah. It looks like it's playing out almost exactly like Bodacious needs it to. Taking Tornak right into Q10.
Mm-hmm. And here we're seeing, so Bodacious is doing a fun thing where he's just turning his figure red if he's using the incantation of boiling blood on it. Both cool thematically, because now it's red, and also cool, just a nice reminder, because when you're moving a bunch of figures, especially online where everything really looks the same, that's a great reminder. And holy cow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. That's correct. That is great. Okay, I feel like I need to explain this incantation really quick, because it's definitely going to be a thing. So incantation of boiling blood, for people who do not know Kuthnak yet. So let me just.
I can read it quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead and just read it if you got it.
So before moving normally with a common orc squad you control, you may move a figure in that squad within 4 clear sight spaces of Kuthnak. For the rest of that turn, the chosen figure adds 3 to its move and 1 to its attack, and may attack any or all figures adjacent with its normal attack. At the end, you destroy the figure, as just happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so basically, the Blade Gret becomes 9 move, 3 attack, and attacks everything next to it, like you just saw there. Fortunately for Sir Heroscape, unfortunately for BodaciousBlood, none of those attacks went through, and so basically that was just 10 points lost. But also with Blade Gruts, that's only 10 points that you're losing.
And now he's playing 10 points under.
Yeah, there we go. He knew it was being recorded. He wanted to make it good. Holy cow, yeah. And there's that wrist rocket and that one hit kill on Tornak.
Yep. And now it's turned significantly in Sir Heroscape's favor, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, that was looking really dicey. But with how much Bodacious had extended right there, turned out really good. Not that I think Bodacious was. He could have slow rolled Tornak a little bit, maybe, but I don't think going for those hits on Q10 was a bad idea either. But just kind of like the nature of how Boiling Blood is going to work, that is going to lead to some stringing out, and so you need to keep reinforcing a lot while you're doing that.
Mm-hmm. That's an interesting Grimneck placement. Oh, and he doesn't even go for Grimneck in the end.
Interesting. Yeah, I like bringing up Kuthnek so that he can get some better range on that Boiling Blood.
Uh-huh. I played Veggie's dad, who had Kuthnek with his Death Chasers, and I definitely think I like them more with the Blade Gruts. A, they bond, and B, the blades are only 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't mind sacrificing a few, especially to get an extra 2 attacks a turn. Buffed 2 attacks a turn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like that, especially if you can get that Boiling Blood Orc next to Grimneck or Tornak, that becomes attacks of 4, which is huge. Death Chasers, like, I feel like seems really nice because that's attacks of 5, which is awesome. But I think I agree. When you're only because you're turning it into a torpedo, and since it dies, only having to do that for a 10-point figure is really nice.
Yeah, the thing that Death Chasers have is 5 attack and multiple 5 attacks. So now you get if you get a point where they can do 3 attacks off that one guy, that's more damage output than Q9 or Nullfime or the big hitters, and then they get 2 more attacks of 4, and they're bonding. So Kuthnak's really, really powerful and was something I wasn't expecting going into this tournament.
Yeah, it's true. I'll be honest. Going into Bodacious was talking to me about armies going into the tournament, and he brought up this one. I'll be honest. I was like, I don't know about Kuthnek because I hadn't seen much from Kuthnek because he's so new. But I watched a few of his games, and I'm like, even just that first move right there, where you got a 9-move orc that jumps right into the start zone and starts hitting stuff, didn't pay off that time. But just having that threat is huge.
Yeah. Yep, and now we see here Grimneck being a little. This Grimneck move making a little bit more sense than the other one now that there's the harm.
Mm-hmm. And that orc going straight into the start zone, that's going to be 5 attacks. 5 3v3s. And then just more development. I don't know, watching this right now, I do kind of like this army, this Blade Grat army, in that you can keep rushing in, your torpedoes to get hits on figures that are vulnerable while still reinforcing at the same time. So basically you get your 1 torpedo, send that in each turn, and when you've got, how many orcs does he have? 15 total Blade Dreads?
Yeah.
That's, I mean, you've got time, and that just gives you time to build up your position as you build up your main force to go in.
Yeah, like you're not even sacrificing attacks per turn at this point to develop because you can just boil.
Yeah.
And take out 50 points worth of drones.
Yeah, that's a huge trade.
Yeah.
Oh, number 1 on Q10. Interesting. And I just say that because I saw earlier that he's got 3 order markers on drones. And so I was kind of expecting all of those to be on drones. Having the 1 on Q10 early on wasn't what I was expecting. But I do like this move. I was actually thinking he should maybe have more order markers on Q10. But
well, he's at 2 life left, and he's about to crash into the big orc force.
Right.
So I don't see him living that much longer. So 1 order marker, sure. I probably also would have thrown the X on him because I don't like putting 3 and X on the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you know Q10 has no more turns, then you can just, orcs
Right.
with disengage, they're just like, okay, you're in a nice spot, but I'll just keep zooming past you with the boiling blood and my 9 move here.
Yeah.
That machine pistol really does not like Sir Heroscape.
Hope. Definitely not seeing many twos rolling out of that pistol.
Yeah, usually I'd be all over that train usually because you kill that one, you kill that one, you kill another orc that's 7 spaces away and not getting any defensive boosts. But when it takes you 3 tries to kill the first orc, that's a sad day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a disengagement. I was like, where'd that come from?
Seeing the same thing there for a little bit. So let's see, 4, 8, 11. So Bodacious is down to 11 orcs, which is still a
And
good amount.
so they've lost a squad each, right?
Yeah.
Squad each, and Tornak and half a Q10.
Yeah, so honestly, it looks
pretty fair.
Mm-hmm. If it weren't for the boiling blood that keeps going into the start zone, I would say it looks pretty good for Sir Heroscape.
Yeah.
He's got Q10 in a good spot. That's part of why I would maybe want another order marker on Q10. It is like you said earlier, it's a bit of a gamble because it's already down to 2 lives, and that's easily something that could. I mean, honestly, if I did it, I would lose Q10 this turn and lose an order marker. I've had that happen to me so many times where I've banked on a 2 life Q10, but I mean, like having that continued firepower up here would be nice. Where and like you've got to start developing the drones at some point. I just want another couple attacks of 4 while I've got them.
See, I'm not sure. I would have played Sir Heroscape's round 1 the same. I probably would have at least put 1 marker on the drones. That way, I could possibly, screen those torpedoes from hitting the start zone.
Mm-hmm.
Force that if he wants to get in the start zone, force that blade grit to take a leaving engagement attack, or just hit 1 or 2 guys in the screen. Save yourself a couple drones. Save yourself a couple drones and.
Right. Yeah. Because if you can, and I was trying to figure this out earlier, I couldn't find a great spot, but if you could like get a few drones in the right spots on this map, like the pathways are narrow enough, you could potentially just block those torpedoes completely, or make them like have to go the long way around enough that you're like not taking as many losses. So yeah, I do like that.
Yeah, you could probably throw one. One in the shadow where the one guy is, one on the 3 dungeon, and then one just bottom right of the 4 lava.
Like right here.
One of those, 1, 2, and where the drone in the shadow is. That would screen probably all the torpedoes because the guys on the blades on the top are out of range of Kuthnak. Is that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so that wouldn't be able to go into the start zone. So just that, or maybe even just 2 of those 3 would be able to screen the start zone.
Yeah, and you're just trying to cut down those losses. I mean, it looks like Sir Heroscape is listening to you, so good call. But yeah, it's like, I mean, with disengage, it's so hard to completely block it off. But like you're saying, I mean, like if you're doing that, they at least have to run around enough that they're spending movement points and they can't quite get into the start zone.
Yeah, and I said that wrong earlier. I said they do have disengage.
But yeah, nice defensive posturing there. Blade Gruts now. I like that this Kuthnek army kind of becomes a bit of a puzzle to figure out as you go into it. You're like, okay, who's going to Boiling Blood? Where do I want them to be? Where do I need my champions to be in order to maximize that effect?
Yeah, it definitely adds another dynamic to the to blades, and probably to a lesser extent the heavies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, heavies
I
would
wonder
be
how that.
interesting. Like I similar to Death Chasers, they seem a little too expensive, but that is 8 move disengaged with attacks of 4, so that's also still really good.
Yeah, especially if you can, torpedo the start zone, then you're getting, 3 attacks off of 1, 3 other attacks, and a chomp.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to find room in the army for another extra 70 points because you still probably want Nirak.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Like the other 2 blade armies had.
And lots of swings and lots of misses. That's what Sir Heroscape was wanting.
Mm.
And now he wants a 20? Nope. Let's see, this is his 3rd order marker, right? Yeah, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could take some height attacks, but it would be risking lava.
And lava doesn't seem to be deterring Bodacious.
Right.
Who won initiative this round? Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was Sir Heroscape.
Okay. So he still has he still has a chance to get off lava.
Mm-hmm.
Going north to try to maybe get Loden.
Oh yeah. I'm sure he'd love that. With his first 2 rolls not being super impressive for that hive swarm.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe Bodacious did take. Oh, Bodacious did take initiative, so this is the end of the round.
Right. So lava.
Lava's hot. All right, fails on Grimneck, but that's really nice for Sir
That's a lot of
Heroscape.
lava.
Yeah, that was a big risk that Bodacious took, and I don't think it was a bad risk necessarily to have taken because those are only 10-point figures. He got hurt pretty bad by it, but I mean it's not the worst risk to take, although now he's down to 2 squads. So
Yeah, the blades are dwindling. So yeah,
yeah.
I said at the beginning he's gonna want to go for the heroes first, and he's not, and it might work backwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because
because that Boiling Blood is awesome in how much damage potential it has, but when it costs you a figure each turn, you are gonna run through them pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Drone, let's see, 9 on the D20, so I believe that's still just 3 figures for Hive Swarm.
Yeah, it's a 13 to hit 6.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and then 17 or higher to hit 9.
Not a terrible place to be in that, like, he's just got a few guys forward, so he's minimizing the Boiling Blood threat, takes out 2 blades, and yeah, Sir Heroscape's taking a pretty good lead here.
Yeah, and all of a sudden it's 6 blades and 2 not very threatening to a horde of drones heroes.
Mm-hmm. Well, other than Chomp.
Yeah, but that's one a
But
turn against
yeah,
4, 8, 10, 12, 13 drones yet? Or can I not count? 10, 13, yeah.
3. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Like Chomp is awesome, but if he loses his
When it,
squads without killing too many more drones, then it's gonna be tough to just rely on Chomp to pull out of that, especially when Sir Heroscape could kind of, depending on how the game goes, of course. There's still a few roles to be decided, but if he's got a good force of drones, he can just wait for a good hive swarm roll to go in and hit Grimneck all at once because he'll have the mobility on his side.
yep.
Nice block, nice block.
Revives again.
Less nice block, less nice block.
All right. I got a feeling he didn't lose any order markers.
Don't think so. Then we're just going. Oh, nice. There's that 13.
Yep. All right. So he got 6. Unfortunately, he doesn't have 6 in range to attack with, but he's going to get some big development here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Taking
that's the tough part about this matchup is you'd love to be developing up drones this whole time, usually, but that threat of the boiling blood makes it just iffy enough that you're gonna be slow to it. He'll be getting 3 attacks though, so that's good.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder what the best way, because not developing hurts a bunch, but also taking a bunch of 3v3s and losing a squad for 10 points is also very painful. So
Yeah, I feel like the hole that Q10 left in the start zone was just a perfect, alley
that's
for
true.
that one to run in, get 5 attacks. If Q10 was flat in the front um or even had one marker on the drones to get 3 out of there,
Right. Or
it could be a different story.
let's see, because Sir Heroscape's first movement was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here, but he wasn't able to shoot anything anyway. So maybe if he had like started Q10
Or
like
even
here-ish, so that there wasn't a hole, you still run the risk like if one of these drones gets killed, then the Blade Gruts can go in, but you've still got Q10 who's shooting stuff up. Oh yeah, it's a very placement intensive matchup.
And I think this map might exacerbate that, because this map with the lava and the shadows being where they are, and all the double space figures, you really have to plan out your movements, so you're not wasting move, and so you're getting your squad figures as far front as you can to start with.
Mm-hmm.
Tip brought to you by Orc Elf Army 1 on Casters of Valhalla. Shameless plug.
It's a good plug. It's a good plug. It's an awesome podcast. I only wish they posted episodes more often. But I know that Orc Elf Army 1 is
some shade.
it's not shade. It's me trying to like say, hey guys, I just want more. I mean, like I know he's got, he's in, I think, law school or something like that right now. So yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's understandable. I would not be doing much. I mean, I took like a 6-month break at one point because of school, so I can't complain too much.
Yeah, I'm happily graduated at this point.
Nice, yeah, me too. It's a nice new world to live in.
That or a brave new world.
Brave new world. There you go.
That's a classic literature reference that is not a good thing. That's a dystopian future type read.
Yeah, I need to read that one. I've heard about it a lot. haven't heard like much. I've heard the name a lot. I haven't heard like details about it very much, but
I'll leave you spoiler free.
all right, let's see. Okay, so a 3 for that roll, not what Sir Heroscape was looking for. He'd love to be moving 9, and he's kind of stuck still with that. I mean, it's the board state, I'd say, is still looking good for him in that he's able to take some individual fights with blades. Grimneck still yet to be touched, but he again, if he can just kill these blades fast enough, he's not too worried about that.
Yeah, then all the offensive power or consistent offensive power is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Once they're gone, as one more blade goes down, his offensive output tanks.
Right, yeah, and like using any more boiling bloods after that becomes even worse. Like, I don't think Bodacious will do another boiling blood unless if he's presented with a really good opportunity for it. The one thing though that I'm looking at that seems to potentially swing back into Bodacious's favor is the fact that Kelda is down here.
True. Having, 2 heroes at 5 and 4 life each, it could that could swing it. I was kind of rooting for Q10 to possibly get that, as he's my avatar and all that. But he couldn't. He doesn't have disengage.
Unfortunately, yeah. Although I was wondering, actually, kind of with that, if Q10 had started down here and taken this route, had Kelda close by to grab, might have been a little tricky to swing, and plus then you've just got blades taking over this half of the map, so maybe not the best thing, but it would have been nice to have Q10 be close enough to snag Kelda when you wanted to. Like, going for that disengage.
Yeah, to piggyback off I don't think he's going to use Boiling Blood anymore. Oh,
there we go.
I was wrong. I'm like,
because he can get clear over here.
He can do that.
That is so much. Yeah, that's 9 move.
Yep. I was about to say, so Heroscape's not going to let him do it on the front lines, but they're still that fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you've got a chance to, I mean, he took out a squad earlier. I'm not sure what the odds exactly pay out into, so I don't know if, like, from, I don't know, an objective, if I were to run the math point of view, if this would be worth it. But, I mean, where Bodacious is probably looking for a little bit of a swing to put him back into the lead, I mean, it's a great chance to take.
So in a 3v3, you're wounding 75% of the time, thanks to paralyzing stare or sterilizing pair. I said it. I meant to say it correctly, but said it backwards. And for those of you who don't know, I think it's Veggie's calculator.
Yeah. That's the calculator that I wish worked on iPhones, because I'm not able to use it. But yeah, no, it's from what I hear, it's a good app. I wish I could use it.
Yeah, the only problem is the App Store doesn't. If you search for Heroscape on the App Store, it doesn't come up.
Oh, really?
Because, yeah, I just because I randomly search the App Store for things I'm interested in to see what weird things exist.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I played some other games, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Life point counter or whatever. This one didn't come up when I did that for Heroscape. I had to find the specific name to go get it. Optimize your search engine, Veggie. And with that tangent out of the way.
So let's see, looking at the board state, 6 drones, full life Grimneck. Not much really changed in that last turn. So 1 drone was killed by that boiling blood, and then 1 drone did die to lava. But I mean, there's few enough figures on the board that I feel like that was enough to put Bodacious back in the lead.
Mm-hmm. We
And
get
now you've
another
got
3 attacks out of here.
mm-hmm.
I guess using Boiling Blood to really capitalize on the remaining blades and playing defensively with the rest of them. That's definitely a good game plan.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, it kind of turns them into almost like a turtle army, kind of like a range 9, attack of 3 multiple times per turn kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Again, if Heroscape had spread out a little bit more at the beginning, maybe invested more order markers early on developing drones, spreading out drones.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been different. Um, I'm sure he wasn't expecting the things that Kuthnak could do the same way, that I wasn't.
Right,
But
yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I was looking at it and like, this looks good for BodaciousBlood, but I don't know how good for BodaciousBlood. Turns out it's pretty good for BodaciousBlood.
yeah.
But yeah, and I think that's part of the hard part is like, because these drones want to swarm so much, and that incantation of Boiling Blood just plays against that so well. Like if you're trying to spread out, you mess up once and that's still happening. If you're too spread out, then the blades can still use Grimneck to start chomping him off and picking him off. So it's definitely, I mean, like we were talking about the army matchup at the beginning, and like you said, I think it was going to be from the start an uphill battle for Sir Heroscape.
Yeah, but it did swing back and forth a fair few times.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, when Tornak died, the momentum swung.
Oh yeah.
Then when Q9 died, the momentum swung. It was a very swingy game, very engaging game, even though we're going off on all these tangents.
Yeah, no, this is a really good one. I'm really liking it. Let's see. So you know what? If both of these attacks go through, I think Bodacious is losing an order marker. Okay, not going through. Ah, that's a shame, because
Those are good blocks.
yeah, I mean, so Bodacious was trying to protect Grimneck, but I think that was a mistake. Oh, had to re-roll that. He rolled too many dice. But yeah, I think that was a mistake where, like, because if he loses both of those, that's a turn lost. These, let's see, that was Sir H's second turn, so he could have had a third turn to try to finish off Grimneck. That could have been disastrous.
Yeah, you're almost always getting height on a Grimneck there.
Mm-hmm.
4v4s. Grimneck has a good chance of going down, especially with 2 wounds on him already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tried to swing it back once more. But
almost
at this point I don't think he's able to.
Yeah, unfortunately, that Kuthnek kill, really good there.
Mm-hmm.
Blade Grud engaging, so even if Sir Heroscape takes that kill, he's also got a lava roll to worry about. But hey, you never know. Maybe he goes 3 for 3 here against Grimneck. Grimneck blanks, takes him out, kills the Blade Grud, doesn't die to lava. Boom, you've got 2 drones against Kuthnek.
Almost. What 1 out of 3 wounds there?
Ah, bummer.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not quite gonna.
No. Oh, and that wasn't even an attack on Grimneck. I thought I saw the selection wrong.
Oh, the one over. Oh yeah. That first one was the Blade Grud. This one was against Grimneck. And it looks like not much is happening there. So I'm guessing, since they're not doing lava rolls, I'm guessing that is the game. Either I'm not sure. I didn't.
Time.
Yeah, it was probably time there. I made the mistake of not going back and looking. Oh no, never mind.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll edit that out. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see.
Time will tell.
Hey, Gooseneck takes the win. There you go. Okay, it's getting closer, getting closer. 14-9. Yeah, that's not happy.
Yeah, because that's a chomp.
Mm-hmm. And he's
It's
taking
a Kelda and a chomp.
Yeah. Then you got a full life
Although,
Grimneck.
I'm not 100% sure Grimneck's tail fits there, but
True.
Grimneck's tail is
It can be annoying.
not fun to fit in places.
Mm-hmm.
Although turning him 180 might just fix it.
Right. Yeah. I'd imagine so.
But that looks to be the game.
That is the game. So cool. Yeah. No, that was a good game. I mean, I had watched it live. Didn't remember very much going back through it, which I'm happy about because that means that things are still a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I was busy getting trounced by Dysel's Trons while this game was going on.
Yeah, Dysel under Trons. That tends to happen.
Yeah, you would think that given my name, I would be at least familiar with Trons, but that was the first time I had ever played against them since I don't own any Glads.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, they can kind of do a number on the uninitiated.
Yeah, and running dwarves into them didn't help very much. But yeah.
Yeah, like this is a fun game. It's cool to see Kuthnek in action, especially with these blade gruts. I think that's I mean, again, Kuthnek's pretty new, but that just firing torpedoes turn after turn, or at least having that threat of torpedoes, is crazy. It's
because you don't even need to activate Kuthnek on that turn to get it, which is I think the biggest plus.
Yeah, with a force space aura that he can affect automatically with that. That's a really strong power, and just I mean, it changes the way the blade gruts play.
Yeah, I mean, Kuthnek had two players random and 2 players had really strong showings with him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely a unit to keep your eye on.
Yeah, for sure. Really good showing. Sir Heroscape played well. He was trying to deny it, and a few times it looked like he was taking the lead and gonna pull it off, but I mean, just couldn't move enough drones at a time. Part of that, did he only move 6 of them once in this game?
I think that's right. We were talking about so many things.
Right.
I caught the second one, but yeah, I think it was only the once.
Yes, that hurt his ability to spread out.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, he did what he could, and unfortunately, just wasn't quite enough there. BodaciousBlood takes the win, and I will say he was pretty excited to finally have a game on 10 points under where he wins. So shout out to BodaciousBlood there. He's had a few games on the channel, and this is his first victory on the channel, I believe.
Well, good for him. I won't spoil the outcome of the game that you recorded of mine.
Oh, right. Yeah. That'll be coming up hopefully soon at this point. I'm not sure exactly at what point in the future this game will be posted, but your game should be following up pretty closely after it, though. So I'm excited to watch that one. That'll be a fun matchup.
I don't know are you doing them in order or probably not?
Order-ish.
Well, this is round 1.
Yeah, so this is round 1.
And I know you did one of them already.
Yeah, the one that I did already was round 2. So yeah, I'll
I think I'm next.
Yeah, should be next. So keep your eyes peeled. It'll be a good one. I think, if I remember correctly. I don't remember much about that game because I didn't get to watch that one live.
Well, I don't know. I might skip that episode because I lived it the first time. I don't know. All right. Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah. No. Thank you so much for joining. It was great to have you on. Do you have anything that you would like to say to the audience, the viewers, before we sign off?
Ooh, geez. No, I think I'm good. I think just glad to be here. Glad to have picked the game up again the past, 5 months. The community is definitely different than when I left in 2010. VC didn't exist back then. So coming back and learning, 7, 8 waves worth of new figures was challenging and very fun.
Right. Yeah. It's daunting.
I'm currently in the process of getting all the new miniatures, and my bank account's not liking me very much for that. But I'm saving all that money on gas right now because I'm not driving to work every day. So
That's
it
true.
evens out, I guess.
There you go.
But yeah, glad to be here. Glad to be back, and yeah, I'll be around.
Yeah, sweet. I was glad to have you on. I'd be happy to have you on again. This is good. I like the insight that you brought to the game.
Well, less tournament, I'm less accomplished than some of your other hosts, but I think I have a unique perspective. Maybe that's giving me too much credit. I don't know.
I mean, everybody's perspective is unique, just like everybody else's perspective. So no, yeah, no, I like your perspective. So it's good. I hope to have you on again.
Yeah, probably. We'll see. As schedule allows.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you again for joining, and thank you, viewers, so much for viewing. Really quick. Okay, actually now I'm realizing, so this is not OnCon anymore, so there's stuff in the description below. I'm not sure exactly what is in the description below at this point. I think there was an NHSD battle report thread, so there will be that, but not as many links as I usually have for online con. Also, shout out really quick, just because I was talking to her about it earlier today. Dysol started a Twitch channel where as of now, she's got one game on there that she's streamed that she's played, but she's going to be doing more in the future. By the time this comes out, we'll probably have a few more on there. So
yeah, there will be at least 1, maybe 2 more by the time this comes out.
Yeah, so definitely check that out. It's cool to watch her and watch her thought process. You get to hear her talk out her plays and what she's thinking about. So it's cool. But yeah, that'll be us for the day. Thanks again for joining. Vydar is the man, and viewers, everybody, please remember what a beautiful world it is that we live in. And this will be 10 points under and out.